You who rise beneath the last blue shadow before morning, listen while the world is still rubbing sleep from its eyes. Before 7 a.m., before your screen becomes a marketplace of voices, before fear puts its hands on the steering wheel of your thoughts, there's a gate standing open in the unseen. If you step through it with prayer, you do not merely begin a day, you take your place in the architecture of destiny.
You are not hearing this by accident, and your presence in this moment is not a loose thread drifting through time. There are mornings that are more than mornings, hours that become altars, silences that become summons, and whispers that carry more authority than shouting ever could. Before the sun has fully lifted its golden face, your spirit can recognize what your tired mind has been too crowded to perceive.
I tell you, your first voice matters, because whatever speaks first often rules longest. If the first voice in your morning is panic, panic will try to crown itself over your choices. If the first voice is comparison, comparison will measure your worth with crooked scales. But if the first voice is prayer, if the first atmosphere you enter is holy attention, then your day receives a different command.
You have spent enough mornings being pulled apart before you were even fully awake. Messages, headlines, demands, old wounds, unfinished fears, and the invisible pressure to be everything for everyone have crowded your spirit like merchants in a narrow street. Yet there is a quieter road, and it begins when you give your first breath to the eternal before you give your first glance to the world.
Before 7 a.m., you can interrupt patterns that have been rehearsing against you in the dark. You can stand in the thin, bright seam between night and day and declare that delay will not be your inheritance, confusion will not be your compass, and exhaustion will not be your identity. This is not superstition, and it is not performance. It is alignment, and alignment changes what resistance is allowed to touch.
Do not despise the small prayer that leaves your lips while your feet are still cold on the floor. A sentence spoken with sincerity can become a river underground, watering decisions you have not yet made and softening soil around doors you have not yet reached. What feels tiny in your mouth may be thunder in the unseen.
You think miracles must always arrive with spectacle, but many miracles begin as steadiness. The miracle may be that the message that would have ruined your mood no longer rules your mind, or the delay that once broke your confidence no longer steals your peace. The miracle may be that you walk into the same workplace, the same kitchen, the same commute, and yet you are no longer the same person entering it.
You are being invited to stop letting the day happen to you as though you were only a leaf in the wind. Rise and meet the source before circumstances meet you, and you will learn the difference between reacting and reigning. You were not fashioned merely to survive the noise. You were fashioned to carry a settled flame through rooms where others have forgotten warmth.
There is power in being spiritually early, because the early soul is not always scrambling to recover what it could have guarded. When you meet heaven before pressure arrives, you build footing before the storm tests your balance. You become less available to chaos, less obedient to anxiety, and less easily recruited by every emergency that wants to name itself master.
I see you in the ordinary places, in your car, at your sink, beside your bed, beneath the dim ceiling light, holding a life that feels heavier than anyone knows. I see you wondering if the prayers you have prayed have fallen to the floor, if the waiting has meant abandonment, if the silence has been an answer you did not want. Hear me. There are answers already moving toward you. An early prayer sharpens your eyes to notice their arrival.
You do not force heaven open with volume, and you do not purchase favor with exhaustion. You position yourself, and positioning is a royal act. The archer does not create the wind, but the wise archer studies it, honors it, and releases the arrow at the appointed moment.
This is why the first hour is precious, not because the clock itself is magical, but because your attention is still unclaimed. Before the world writes on the tablet of your mind, you can offer that tablet to the one who knows your frame, your future, your wounds, and your next courageous step. You can become deliberate before distraction becomes persuasive.
Many doors that appear sudden were prepared by hidden consistency. People may call it luck when the right call comes, when the answer appears, when the path clears, when the burden lifts, when the timing becomes strangely exact. But behind many public breakthroughs is a private rhythm, a quiet returning, a repeated morning where you chose presence over panic.
You may not feel powerful when you pray half awake, with tangled thoughts and a weary body, but do not confuse feeling with authority. Some mornings your prayer will rise like fire, and some mornings it will crawl like a wounded thing toward the altar. Still, if you come, if you show up, if you turn your face toward heaven before turning toward noise, the rhythm itself becomes a sanctuary.
You are not being asked to perform perfection before sunrise. You are being invited to practice devotion in the honest state in which you find yourself. Bring your clarity when you have it, bring your confusion when you do not, bring your strong faith when it burns, and bring your shivering faith when it can barely stand.
The world has trained you to reach outward first, but your spirit is healed when you learn to reach upward first. Your phone can wait, the headlines can wait, the opinions of strangers can wait, and the anxieties that pretend to be urgent can wait at the gate. Let peace enter first, and everything else must speak in its presence.
When peace arrives first, the day may still contain difficulty, but difficulty no longer gets to define you. The email may still come, the traffic may still slow, the person may still misunderstand you, and the responsibility may still require strength. Yet something in you has been seated higher, and from that height you do not answer every shadow as though it were a king.
You have mistaken some battles for proof that prayer failed, when they were actually places where prayer made you stable. The hospital may still be loud, the office may still be demanding, the family may still be complicated, and the road may still be crowded with impatient souls. But if your inner atmosphere has shifted, you carry order into disorder, and that is no small miracle.
Listen closely, because this is where acceleration begins. It is not frantic striving, not desperate forcing, not manipulating life until it yields to your anxiety. It is the sacred lessening of unnecessary friction when your steps begin to agree with divine timing, and what once took endless strain begins to move with surprising grace.
You have worked hard, and still you have wondered why progress felt like walking through wet sand. You have done what you knew to do, carried responsibility, kept promises, invested energy, and still felt that breakthrough lived just beyond your reach. Sometimes the missing piece is not more pressure from your hands, but deeper alignment in your heart.
Before 7 a.m., speak over the places where delay has been lingering too long. Name the doors you are no longer willing to force, and ask for the doors appointed to you to open without violence to your soul. Declare that what belongs to you by wisdom, favor, timing, and obedience will not be withheld by confusion, fear, or inherited discouragement.
Your prayer can be simple, but let it be whole. Say, guide my steps before I take them, guard my mind before voices crowd it, strengthen my heart before pressure tests it, and let my day carry evidence that I have met you first. Let those words become not a charm, but a covenant of attention, a chosen posture, a lamp lit before the corridors of the day.
Do you feel the difference between drifting and deciding? Drifting wakes up and asks the world what mood is available, but deciding wakes up and establishes an altar in the first quiet chamber of the morning. Drifting is pulled by every current, while deciding plants its feet and says, "My peace is not for sale today."
You are becoming someone anchored, someone focused, someone who does not need chaos to give you instructions. Each morning you return, your identity is carved deeper into the stone of your own being. You stop calling yourself scattered, overwhelmed, unlucky, behind, forgotten, and you begin to carry yourself as one who is guided, guarded, chosen, and awake.
There is a scarlet courage rising in you, a holy boldness that does not apologize for living intentionally. Let it clothe you like dawn spreading across the mountains, fierce and beautiful, impossible to ignore. You are not rising early to impress anyone. You are rising early because your life is too valuable to be handed over unguarded.
And when you fail, when you sleep past the hour, when the morning comes messy and the day begins before you have gathered yourself, do not crown shame over your head. Return the next morning, and the next, and the next, because devotion is not destroyed by one imperfect day. The path is formed by returning, and returning is one of the strongest forms of love.
Guard the opening moments as you would guard a treasury, because what enters first often multiplies. If resentment enters first, it will breed arguments in rooms where none were needed. If fear enters first, it will paint monsters on ordinary walls. But if trust enters first, if prayer enters first, if surrender enters first, then wisdom will stand like a watchman at the door of your thoughts.
You will begin to notice what you once missed. A conversation will carry an answer, a delay will reveal protection, a closed door will stop feeling like rejection, and a quiet nudge will prove more valuable than a loud opportunity. Your senses become trained by sacred attention, and the ordinary world begins to shimmer with guidance.
Do not reduce this to a formula, because formulas seek control, while prayer seeks communion. You are not twisting the arm of heaven. You are aligning your life with the current of grace already flowing. The miracle is not only what comes to you, but what is awakened within you as you learn to walk with the eternal before the crowd begins calling your name.
Your home can become a sanctuary before it becomes a workplace, a battleground, a classroom, or a place of errands and demands. Your car can become a chapel, your kitchen can become a mercy seat, your bedroom can become a mountain of meeting. Wherever you are before 7 a.m., that place can be filled with the fragrance of consecrated attention.
I speak to the part of you that has grown tired of waiting and say, do not confuse delay with denial. Some seeds are breaking underground even when the surface looks unchanged, and your early prayers are watering roots you cannot yet see. Keep speaking life over the soil, because the harvest has a way of shocking the one who almost stopped believing.
I speak to the part of you that fears you are too late and say, dawn is proof that light still knows how to arrive. You may have lost time, but you are not lost to time. You may have made mistakes, but you are not reduced to them. Step into the morning with humility and authority, and let the next faithful beginning become stronger than the last broken ending.
The hour before the world becomes loud is a throne room hidden inside ordinary time. Enter it without theatricality, without rushing, without needing anyone to applaud the discipline no one sees. Kneel if you must, stand if you must, whisper if you must, but come with the truth of your life in your hands.
And when you rise from that hidden place, rise like one who has received instructions from light. Walk into your day with a calm that does not need permission, with a patience that does not collapse under inconvenience, and with a discernment sharp enough to refuse what is not assigned to you. Let people wonder why you are steady, and let your answer be your peace.
You are ready for a pattern that can carry what a moment alone cannot sustain. One prayer can ignite you, but repeated prayer can shape you. One morning can encourage you, but a rhythm can transform the architecture of your life. Build the rhythm, protect the rhythm, return to the rhythm, and watch how your inner world becomes too established for old storms to rule.
So before 7 a.m., before the day spends your strength, offer the first portion of your attention to the one who sees the whole map. Ask for wisdom, ask for courage, ask for clean motives, ask for open doors that carry peace and closed doors that preserve your purpose. Then move forward knowing you did not begin empty, you began aligned.
You will still have responsibilities, but you will not carry them as an orphan of the morning. You will still face decisions, but you will not make them from a fog if you have welcomed clarity first. You will still encounter resistance, but resistance will meet someone already strengthened in the secret place.
Hear our scarlet proclamation over you. Your mornings can become gates, your whispers can become seeds, your discipline can become wings, and your peace can become a sign. You are not merely waking up, you are stepping into position, into remembrance, into partnership with divine timing. Rise early when you can, return faithfully when you stumble, and let the first light find you already becoming who you were created to be.